So I'm standing outside the 2025 Tata Sierra. Today is the day when they've previewed the car. This is the car's production version. This is the car in the flesh. This is what it looks like. It looks very similar to the concept, and this is an ICE model. This is not an electric model. The reason why we can say this is, look at the grille here. This is the ICE version. This is not the electric model. This is the 2025 Sierra for you, the second generation model. They just unveiled it. It looks very, very smashing. It looks very butch. It looks similar to the old version in terms of how it's been styled. You can see that in the sides, but not from the front. From the sides, you can see all that glass area there. There's no Alpine style windows in this car, but what you do have is a massive panoramic sunroof on the top, and on the profile there is plenty of glass to give you that simulated look. It almost looks like, you know, the original in terms of how it's styled. But this is a 5-door model, and because it's a 5-door model, it's a way more practical than the older Sierra, which was a 3-door model. So that is one big difference between this car and that car. So before we move to the rear, let's talk about the overall stance of a car. It's got this Defender-like vibe about it. Flat, not a lot of character lines, but there's one prominent character line out here. This is what it gives you, that kind of a Defender kind of a look. See how it arches out and it moves outside the body. So this is what it gives, you know, gives it that Defender stance. And talking about the wheels, 19-inch wheels, big wheels, and obviously aero inserts, diamond cut alloy wheels and aero inserts. Now let's talk about the rear of the car. Again, at the rear as well, it looks quite butch. You've got this massive tail lamp, LED tail lamp. The rear, that is the only major feature. There is a bunch of sculpting in the boot lid, but apart from that, not much else. This is what the Sierra's rear looks like. Again, very distinct looking. You can't mistake this for any other car. The Sierra has got a stance that is quite unique on its own. So I'm sitting inside the 2025 Tata Sierra, the second generation of model. There's a sea of beige. It's a cream colored interior. Will get dirty, but looks really, really fetching. Everything you touch on this car, you know, all the touch points, a lot of soft touch material is used. First, let's begin with the armrest of the car. This is the armrest, slidable, adjustable armrest, and again, you know, soft touch. And then the seats themselves, the seats also have, you know, look very comfortable, the seats. There's a little trick. Look at this. You've got under thigh support that can be adjusted, but only the driver's seat is power adjustable. The co-passenger seat is not power adjustable, but you get ventilation both for the driver as well as the co-passenger. I wanted to point out that. Now let's talk about the dashboard, the large dashboard that stares at you. Big sculptured 3D dashboard. What you do get is soft touch materials again everywhere. Soft touch here, there is soft touch here as well, and then what you also get is this massive triple screen display. They've not turned on the cars, but 3 screens, one for the driver information display and one right in the middle again for the driver, slightly inclined, and this one is for the co-passenger. So you get this massive screen. We saw this in the B6 and the XCV9V. Now it's come on the Tata Sierra as well. And now let's talk about the steering of the car. Flat bottom cars, typical Tata steering, piano black finish, and you've got all the controls. And this car is equipped with ADAS. You have a bunch of ADAS controls here as well. You can see that, and it's a flat bottom steering, as I told. And now let's talk about the center console of the car. What you'll notice is you have this floating, you know, semi-floating center console, if I can call it that. This is an automatic variant, so this is the gear shifter. Again, L-line type gear shifter. We've seen this in a bunch of Tata cars. This is the gear shifter. And you also have a magnetic charging pad in this car. The charging pad is here, and you also have USB type C chargers and a 65-watt charger. That is important. And then you have these cup holders. All in all, it's a very well appointed dashboard as well as an interior. It's a mix of beige. There's a little bit of steel on the dashboard, you know, brushed aluminum, if you can call it that, and you also have black. All in all, 3D, nicely sculpted cabin. This is something that you are going to enjoy. It feels quite premium. And one more thing I wanted to show you on the dashboard itself. If you go to the tip of the dashboard at the corner, you'll see Dolby Atmos. This is a car that is going to get Dolby Atmos, rich sound. It's going to get JBL speakers and Dolby Atmos. And before I forget, The Tata Sierra, the second generation model, is not a 3-door model. It doesn't have these Alpine style windows, but what it does have is it has this massive panoramic sunroof and a bunch of glass everywhere. So the interiors are extremely airy because look at the color. You've got beige and you've got so much sunlight filtering through the cabin. So you have a very, very airy interior. This is basically about the front of the Tata Sierra. Now let's go to the rear and show you what it offers. So let me show you the boot of the all-new Tata Sierra. It's got an electric tail boot release. So this is how it's getting released. It's got an electric boot, and now this is the amount of space. Fairly capacious boot. It's not maybe the largest, but it's got enough capacity, and it's got a 60-40 split for the rear seat. You can see that. You can also see a JBL amplifier on your left. There is that JBL branding there. There is a JBL amplifier, and there is no spare wheel here. But what you do have is the spare wheel is here. So you'll have to release a nut here and then get this released. So the spare wheel doesn't sit inside the car, but it's outside the car, like the original Sierra. The original Sierra had it on the boot, but here it's under the car. So that is one big change. Now let me close this. Getting closed. So this is the boot for you. Now let's get inside and show you the rear seat. So I'm sitting inside the back seat, inside the Tata Sierra, the second generation model. I'm on the back seat of the car. What you'll notice is a nearly flat floor. I wanted to show you that. It's a nearly flat floor. That's the first thing that you're going to notice. And again, the beige interiors make it look very airy. You've got this massive panoramic sunroof, and in the middle, you've got this nice armrest with cup holders. For two people of my size, I mean, somebody who's much larger than me, two people will be comfortable. But for somebody of my size, I think three people will be a reasonably good fit here because the floor is flat. That is one thing. And now let's talk about a bunch of other features. The window, I want to show you this. This comes standard. So this is soon becoming a normal feature because we don't, sun film is banned, so you get this. And now I'll show you the lights here. There are a couple of lights here as well. Look at this. These are LED lights. Okay, and let's talk about the touch points. Everything here is soft touch. Your armrest, etc., soft touch. The driver's seat, it has memory as well as power adjustability, but rear there is no adjustability here. So this is basically what it looks like. There is no ventilation as well, but it's a very airy feeling car. That's what the 2025 Tata Sierra is. It's going to be an interior that nobody is going to complain. It feels quite luxurious, well appointed. A lot of people are going to like even the back seat, and there is that theater-like seating. There is the light, I can see above the driver. So there is that, the car inclines at the rear, so the floor inclines, so there is that, there is no sense of claustrophobia in the car. You're not cooped into the car, so that is what it feels. A very, very airy car. The old Sierra had only 3 doors. This has 5 doors. So that is one big difference between the old Sierra and the new Sierra. So these are the interiors of the 2025 all new second generation Tata Sierra for you.